Yo, what's going on? It's your favorite boy, Mike. Oh, and you're watching Crew Committed TV.
Oh yes, and it's your boy Mike. Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Take me through your first introduction to music.
Okay. My first introduction to music. So I grew up in kind of like a music family.
Okay.
Of course, my dad was a doctor, but his main passion, and that's why I would say people should just go after their dreams and not waste time in school, because his main passion was music. But you know, just because he's African,
Right.
his family's, you know, probably pressured him into like being a doctor.
Okay.
So he went after that, but he always played the keyboard.
Okay.
You know? When I was a kid, we came from a Christian background, so like, every night we always played keyboard and sing songs to God and stuff like that. So
praise and worship.
yeah, praise and worship.
Right.
So just growing up, I used to like love that, and I used to always tell him to teach me, you know, stuff like that. So and then growing up, I used to play in church as well. Like I used to you know, play music in church. For my youth group back then, I used to be like the choir director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I played keys in church. So that's where my music background started for me. Was at home and in church.
Okay.
So and then I slowly started learning a lot more about songwriting, about production, about performance, and stuff like that. I used to dance too when I was younger. So I started trying to incorporate all that stuff together to try and figure out who I am as an artist. So yeah.
How would you describe your style and sound?
Okay, so my style and sound, I think I would say it's just a fusion of everything, because I love music in general. Like I don't care. I don't think, you know, people should be bounded by genres, because I think there should be just two genres: good music and bad music. Just being honest, because I mean, I've heard Indian music that felt good for a certain event or a certain moment. I'm just like vibing to it because it felt good. Or Chinese music that felt good, even though I don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, my music is kind of like a fusion of, you know, the sounds that I like. Definitely very African driven as far as like the rhythms and the melodies.
Right.
But then also has like a pop side to it. So just based on the fact that I listen to a lot of pop music from America and like Europe and stuff like that. So maybe I would say like Afro fusion.
Okay.
You know, just fusion of like different sounds, I guess.
Okay. So if you had to put yourself in you know, compare yourself to maybe an artist out there right now to give people a better context of who would you compare to?
Like on the American side or the African side?
Yeah, American, African.
Oh man.
Even though the African artists would become
maybe
more popular.
two people I'll try to compare myself to. On the American side, I'll say someone like Chris Brown. Okay. Because Chris Brown is someone that I've seen that knows how to like jump on any track and just like kill it. Like he can jump on like a you know, Caribbean track and murder it. You know what I'm saying? And he would jump on like an African track like he did with Wizkid. Right. And destroy that track. You know, and then he would jump on the hip hop track and kill it too. And then jump on an R&B song and just melt the ladies' hearts away. You know what I'm saying? So like Chris Brown is somebody that can do that, and then he dances too, and I can relate to that a little bit. I'm not as good as him, but I can relate to that. I can relate. The keyword is relate. Then on the African side, I would say like Wizkid, because Wizkid is kind of like Chris Brown. Wizkid, you know, any song you get him on, he would just like jump on it and destroy it. Like Afrobeat songs, you know, reggae, dance hall. You know, he just did a song with Drake. You know what I'm saying?
And number one dance. I think everybody knows one.
Number one song in the world.
In the world.
You know what I'm saying? So and he did a good job with that too. So yeah, those are the two people that I think like I'll try to compare myself to, because they're great and I'm trying to be great. So.
That's real. That's real. And that's a perfect segue into like my next question. You know, with the rise in Caribbean and Afrobeat music in the mainstream, how do you feel about the influence on mainstream music?
The influence from Africa?
Well, Afrobeat music, you know, like we mentioned Wizkid on songs with Drake. We're seeing more Caribbean music, more popular, those type of beats in mainstream music. How do you feel like that effect is on mainstream music?
I think it's great. I think it's great where it's going right now, because for the longest time we've been putting in a lot of work. I think as musicians, just musicians from Africa, they've been putting a lot of work and, you know, trying to make sure that music is known all around the world. Like you see it happen with the Jamaicans. They accepted them here. The music went worldwide, you know. And we we have like a big culture. We have like a culture that I think a lot of people would enjoy, and the music is great. And I think now that the world is starting to open their arms to us, like it's a great thing. And I think in the next few years, like 4 or 5 years, like America is gonna start like they already do it in Atlanta. Like every club you go out to in Atlanta, like they play African music now, which is like so great. Like you know, so yeah, I'm really loving where it's going right now. I'm loving the whole Africa to the world movement right now because I think we have a lot to offer coming from Africa. And I think the world will enjoy it.
Definitely, I definitely enjoy it. If you haven't got a chance to get familiar with Afrobeat music, it's definitely it's a very party-driven type of music and things like that. If Tell them about Nigerian parties in general.
Yeah, like Nigerian parties be lit, man. I'm telling you, like you've never danced in your life until you've been to a Nigerian party. I'm serious. Like I'm talking about dancing till you're sweating. Because we don't do all that. Come to the club, look clean, look nice. No, we come to the club and dance the night away. You know, see in Africa, like there's too much problems, there's too much sorrow, there's too much poverty. So like the only way we can just like express ourselves and let ourselves go is with music and just fun and dancing. So that's why we have a lot of party music. That's why we have a lot of just happy music because we're happy people, even though you know the circumstances around us is not that great. But we try to find the best things in life, just you know by enjoying music and enjoying culture and all that stuff. So yeah, if you haven't been to an African party, make sure you go out there, man.
Definitely.
Your life will be changed.
It'll be changed. Get you Martina.
I'm telling you.
Some first to get your strength up, you prepare some pounded yam. With some F4.
Right.
You know, and then you can party all night.
If you don't take all that stuff in before you party, you might not be able to go.
You might not make it to the end of the night. You might not make it to the end of the night. Nigerians are known for hustling.
Yes.
There's a saying that says if a Nigerian is not in that part of the world,
you don't go there.
They don't go there because Nigerians go anywhere. We're known for hustling. We're known for hard work.
Right.
How has that mentality affected your music?
Nigerians know they carry last. That's what I'm saying. We never come last.
Right.
But I think that has been like a very, very big part in me trying to become who I want to become. Because, you know, just growing up around me, like you have that hustling, like, you know, my mom is a hustler, my dad was a hustler, and they always went after things that they believed in, what they loved. So for me, that has been like giving me strength and giving me just like a purpose. Like I'm very, very driven when it comes to my music.
Right.
And I know my music is not where it needs to be, but still that doesn't stop me from hustling, from making sure I do whatever I can do to make sure I'm where I need to be.
Right.
So and honestly, like the best compliment I can get is like when people tell me, "Yo, like you're a lot better than what I saw last year." You know what I'm saying? That's the best compliment to me because it just shows that the hard work is starting to pay off a little bit, and just in a matter of time, people are going to start seeing, you know, great results from me. So yeah, so like, you know, that hustling mentality, obviously, like you said, a lot of Nigerians have it, and that's what I try to put in my music. You know, I try to show people that, you know, it's possible. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's possible, man. So many Nigerians out there have done great things in this world, and I want to be part of those Nigerians that have done great things, just so I can put my country on the map. Also, I can put my state on the map.
Right, Kogi State.
Kogi State, the part that nobody knows about.
Got a rep for Kogi State,
right?
Yes. Take me through your creative process when you wanted to make a record.
Right. Okay, so for me, my creative process. So I'm a producer too. So for me, there's two different ways that I write. Usually when I'm driving, I'll get like a nice melody, and I'll record that melody on my phone, and then, you know, slowly I might think about the lyrics while I'm driving, or I might just let it sit there, let that melody sit there, and then some of the time, like, words are just gonna start coming slowly, and then I'll put the words down. Or, you know, I play keys, so I'll just go to the keyboard and I just like freestyle, just messing around, and usually like I'll come up with some dope melody that I feel like could be a song, and I'll put words to it, and that's how it usually comes. But I try not to force it. I try not to say, hey, I'm gonna sit down right now and write a song. You know what I'm saying? I just try to let it come naturally. You know? So yeah.
Okay, cool. What was the best advice that you've gotten so far since you've entered the music business?
The best advice I've gotten so far since I've entered the music business. Just to keep working. To keep working. Somebody, a Grammy award-winning professor of mine, he teaches at my school.
Okay.
But he's won a couple of Grammys. I played my music to him, and what he said to me was like, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot to me because what he was trying to say is like, I see where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're trying to head for. Like, I see where you're trying to hit, the mark you're trying to hit. And he said, you know, there is a gap between where we want to be and where we are right now.
Right.
So where I am right now and where I want to be, there's a gap between me and that space. And the only way I can fill that gap is by being consistent and always working.
Right.
Oh yes, and it's your boy Mike. Oh, let's go, yeah. 1, 2, girl, I'm ready for you. 3, 4, baby, knock on my door, yeah.